Hey everybody, in this video I am going to give you my top essential oil recipe for bladder health. It is my #1 thing that I do with Oregano essential oil by doTERRA, and I'm going to throw in some bonus content, which is why I'm in the kitchen, so you'll have to wait until the end to find out what else I have to share with you. So you are going to want to pay attention and grab a pen and paper, grab a cup of coffee or whatever you want to sip on, and take notes. Today I'm going to share with you how I came to love doTERRA essential oils. And I mean, I kind of wish I could say that it was with like some beautiful smelling oil like lavender, but today it's actually going to be oregano. Not that I don't think oregano is a beautiful thing, but because oregano was the essential oil, the very first one that was so eye-opening to me that this is the real deal, and this can really help people's lives. I have had this issue with my bladder and my urinary tract for like all my adult life. I had to go on antibiotics at least 3 times a year, maybe 4 times a year. I am here to tell you in 8.5 years, I have not had to go to the doctor and get an antibiotic. And I think that's a pretty big deal. Here is a picture of my friend Mr. Oregano. So what I do is I get a veggie capsule, and I also offer these through my doTERRA account. And I just open up the veggie capsule and I drip the oregano, just drip directly in there. I use 3 or 4 drops. What I have found is that my very favorite recipe is to add to the oregano capsule 3 drops of juniper and 3 drops of lemon, and it also helps to cool it down, because oregano is a hot, spicy oil. I tell people, treat it with respect, treat it like it is jalapeno juice, right? So it's not harmful, but it can be uncomfortable if you are not safe with it. So you can't just put this one directly on your skin like you could do with lavender. Okay, you need to dilute it, and I'd use about 10 drops of the fractionated coconut oil to 1 drop of the oregano essential oil. Now, we also have what is called the Oregano Touch Roller, and that is where they've already diluted this for you for people that do not want to have to worry about diluting it themselves. You could also put this in a diffuser if you wanted to. This is not one that I diffuse, but you know, if you have somebody hacking and coughing up a bunch of crud in your house, you could put it in your diffuser. It would put the oregano into micro fine particles and just get rid of that gunky stuff people are coughing up into the air, okay? Because I call this the shotgun oil, okay? It's very, very powerful. It is immune supportive and supportive of your respiratory health as well when used internally. And the FDA allows us to label this as an essential oil supplement, which means it can be used internally, and it says dilute 1 drop in 4 fluid ounces of liquid. This is not one that I would do that with. I would do that with lemon, but this is really a hot, spicy oil, and putting it in water is not going to dilute it for your lips and your mouth and your tongue. It also... the other way I use oregano oil, which I don't dilute it, is on the bottom of my feet. And so I could put a drop in my hand and just rub it on the bottoms of my feet. Some Italian bread dip. This is off doTERRA's blog. So a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1 to 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese, optional, 1 to 3 drops of oregano oil. And what you could do is you could start with a toothpick. So you could literally just take a toothpick and stick it in the bottle and swirl it around in there. If you want just a very, very hint of a taste. But if you're going to do any drops, just start with 1 drop and taste it before you add more. Another tip that I love to do is, well, you could also put 1 drop of this into your marinara sauce. It really is literally that strong. I love to mix essential oils with salt. So I love to use Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, but you can mix it with salt. So I would do like 1 drop of the oregano oil, a few tablespoons of salt, and you can keep this and use it for later. But that way you can salt your salad or your soup or your food and be able to control how much flavor you are using in your food recipes. And I'm just so excited for you guys to be able to try this. And what I always say is, it's not weird if it works.